Welcome to Martini Time. It's a beautiful day in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. But then you too are at the center of the world. Each of us is at the center of the world, just like your computer or cell phone is the center of the internet. But anyway, the title of this, hold it a minute. I just realized maybe yesterday or today where my uncle got his obsession with martinis, and I think it was in the early 60s. He loved JFK, and James Bond came out in 1962, and James Bond drank martinis with a lemon twist. So anyway, the title of this talk is an analysis of the agenda meme. Now, we all know what a meme is. There are funny memes, and there are hate memes, and there are amusing memes, and there are intelligent memes. There are all kinds of memes. But I'm particularly interested in the agenda memes, and the meme with a subliminal agenda. Subliminal means unconscious, you see. And I have a few good friends that post these very extreme, kind of like political porn, right-wing memes, primarily about blacks, black women, and Muslims. Anyway, kind of like white nationalists, but it's really kind of political porn. And I'm really interested in understanding how they work, because people don't understand. The modern mind, the literal mind, doesn't know how to read metaphors, and memes are metaphors. So let's look at one. I can't show it to you, but let's talk about it. Now, Marshal McKluhan, my favorite philosopher, coined the term, the medium is the message. And this gets floated around a lot, but we don't know what it really means. But the the agenda meme, advertising, has two messages. One is on the surface of the mind, conscious, and it's informational. The other one is under the surface, subliminal, and it is emotional. So you got thinking and you got emotion, feelings, you see. So what if I am a good person, a good self-image, but I have this fear, anger about black people? But I'm not a racist, but I've got this feeling. So how do I get the feeling and the self-image to be one, you see? So I kind of like suppress the feeling because it doesn't fit my self-image. They don't agree. It gives me indigestion. So I kind of like deny it. I don't take responsibility. I repress it. So then the meme comes out, and it gives you some information. This one I've been writing on, which is about Oprah, and I'm sure Michelle is probably relieved now because Oprah's going to get all the hate memes. You know, Oprah's old. Michelle is the angry black woman. She's old news now. Oprah's the new one, so she's going to get it all, and Michelle can take a break. You see. So anyway, this one was about Oprah, and it has some black guy giving a talk on why I didn't even listen to it, but it's some black guy giving a talk on why she's no good. So, so it's informational. And the people and these memes come out, and it's an amen choir. Amen, absolutely. And they have a question, you see. Would you vote for Oprah? And then you got this derogatory stuff, you see, and all that, you see. So then no. Or, you know how they go, But they always have they invite you to join. They invite you to affirm the message. They invite you to click on it, like it, or just say amen or absolutely or yes, you see. I affirm this message, basically. Now what's going on? Okay, so what you have is a information that is not in itself racist. Or you might have a picture like what's popular is you have a really good-looking picture of Trump and his family, and then you have a picture of Obama and his family. They look like they just got out of a trailer, something like that. And then, now, which one do you want in the White House? Right? So something like that. They get more extreme. But anyway, they ask a question and they get your affirmation. Now, what I really think this is see, the meme as a metaphor. And remember, a metaphor say this is true, this is not true, or this is that and this is not that. So the meme as metaphor is saying this is about that message, but then it's also saying it's not about that message, it's about this message, that black people are no good. And you are justified in feeling that. So the meme justifies your hatred, your fear, your terror, or your irritation, or whatever it is. It's emotional. So the meme gives you a way to have your cake and eat it too. You get to be a good self-image. I'm not racist. This isn't about race. Why do you keep saying it's about race? Why do you bring racism up? Why do you say it's racist? This isn't racist. I'm not. Are you calling me a racist? You see? But at the same time, it is. But it's subliminal. It's the way you juxtapose different pictures so that it's obviously exciting a preference that is racist or anti-Muslim or Jews or whatever the threat is. The immigrants. It doesn't have to be about black people. It's about whatever you're afraid of. So whatever you're afraid of, this gives you a way to affirm yourself as being a fearless person, you see. And it also creates a secret organization. It's kind of like the Masons or something, a secret handshake. I have a secret organization, you shake their hand, and maybe they move their thumb or something on your wrist, and oh, you're one of us. Nobody else knows the secret signal, you see. So the memes are kind of like that. They give you, there's a secret organization here that you don't even know you belong to, but it feels good. It feels good, you see. So it's a feeling message that's coming across that heals the viewer, because we feel guilty if I recognize that I have, hatred or anger or dislike for another race or another religion. There's a certain amount of guilt associated with that. So I don't want to be responsible for it. This really happened. I've long enough to see the civil rights shift in American society, and before the civil rights in the 60s, when you go back 50s, 40s, 30s, teens on back, racism was institutionalized. You go particularly in the South, and there's white and black, or white toilet, black toilet. Racism was law. So you didn't have to say I'm racist because that's the law, you see. Well, I didn't put the sign up, but that's just the way things are. Separate but equal. That's the law. I'm not responsible. I have a black friend. You see? So it removed the responsibility for these racist feelings. This negativity towards fellow human beings. This division in the human family. Anytime you divide something, you're going to feel some guilt. That's the way it works. Division creates guilt, period. Unity heals, right? So anytime you divide humanity, you're going to feel a little guilt. So you want to get rid of that. You don't like guilt. So it's not my responsibility, you see. But when the law is changed, whoa, Now, what you're going to do with this racist feelings, you see? Well, see, Nixon invited the Southern Democrats, which was the racist white Democratic Party in the South, was a segregationist party. They voted segregation. Segregation now, segregation forever. This is the Confederacy. You see, the Confederacy. And so, what are these Confederates going to do? Come on into the Republican Party and we'll code racism. So it's presented as family values. You see, family values, that's not racist. You see, voter ID, that's not racist. So all of these policies, value policies, were basically memes. Ways of keeping your racist and eating your racism, having your racism, and putting out a self-image that you're not racist. Then you're not responsible. You're free from guilt, you see. So it's been a long, long process here. And when Obama became president, he flushed it out. He flushed it out into consciousness. People see, well, Obama caused more racism than anybody. Well, sure he did. He didn't cause it. He just flushed it out. It was there. But now it came up. So now you got to deal with it. Now you got to deal with the guilt, with the responsibility for it. You got to deal with the feeling. Do you have this feeling or not, you see? You can't deny it or code it, you see? And there's nothing wrong with the feeling. I mean, I work with it all the time. I'm walking down the street and I see a black man coming towards me. I can feel a little bit of, but I just say it's a feeling. It's just a feeling. I don't identify with it. I don't push it down and say I don't have it. And I don't say he's causing it. Nobody's causing it. It's my feeling. It's just a feeling. So I disconnect it from the story that he caused it, or the blacks are causing it, or Obama caused it, or Trump caused it, or whatever, you see. That's the story. The story of the cause. You see. So when you practice mindfulness and you just know, oh, there's a feeling, but it's just a feeling, and then it goes away. You don't act on it, you don't think about it, you don't identify with it, you don't make it yours, and you don't repress it and say it's not me. It's just a feeling. Boop, that's it, you see. It's a conditioning. We live in a culture that's conditioned from its get-go, from its beginning, to have a institutional states, a racist society, where you imported black people as slaves and made them psychologically inferior so they wouldn't escape. You see, you couldn't have a slave society with armed guards. Everybody standing around, every farm lined with rifles, so to keep the slaves in, No. You create a psychological slavery so they don't escape. They believe they're slaves. So if that's who you are, well, you're not going to escape. Well, this changed. But that was the psychology behind it. That way you could have slaves, you don't have to guard them. You see, I just started watching the Handmaid's Tale. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but it's about slavery. And it's about psychological conditioning so that you accept the fact that you're a slave and then you don't run away. Slaves don't run away. You can't run away, you see. So this racism has always been psychological and very devious and subliminal. And so these memes continue that tradition. The medium is the message. So anyway, next time you see these memes or even advertising, notice the information it's giving and then the feeling it's giving. And it's the feeling that is the primary message. That's the one that makes you buy the product, and that's the one that makes you say amen to the meat. The content is the weaker message. The feeling is the stronger. Thanks for dropping in.